Hello, hi everyone. My name's Anshu Maharaj. I lead the product in the on-premise space. So for this group, that's Exo Business and Exo ES, and I'm also part of digital transformation. So I'm super excited to be here today. And in the next 15 minutes or so, I'll be taking you through our Exo Business product update, and I'll also be sharing with you how MYOB and our partners are investing in our customers' digital transformation journey to help you future-proof your business success and to unleash, all the potential that your business has. Right, so before we dive into a product update, I'd like to start by reconnecting with our purpose at MYOB. A purpose for a business is the reason to exist. It's beyond just making money. MYOB for 30 years, at the heart of its purpose, has been to help more businesses in Australia and New Zealand start, survive, and succeed. Now, what does that mean when we look at our businesses with regards to the customers using Exo? It's not just providing you with a software that can help you run your business. It's also about, being there to assist you with new regulations that come into play and ensuring that you're aware of market trends and helping you navigate the world of tech, basically. Now, with that in mind, let me take you through the Exo business product strategy and our recent updates on what's coming next. As you would know, and everyone here loves Exo and uses it extensively, Exo is a very versatile and configurable system, and it has been trusted by our customers for a very long time. Now, we deeply appreciate the significance of Exo for our clients, and our product mission is clear. We want to continue to maintain the product and support our existing customers. And at the same time, we want to be able to support them towards cloud adoption as their trusted partner and advisor. So our strategy underpinned by 3 pillars: compliance, the first one, continuing to invest in Exo, making sure that from a tech perspective, Exo is compliant in meeting the needs and regulations out there. The second one is customer value adds. We continue to enhance Exo. Now, Exo is a mature product which is fit for the segment that it operates in, which is why we are now focusing on, improving the user experience, data accuracy, etc., with regards to Exo. And finally, the third pillar for us is supporting our customers on the journey for digital transformation. Now, supporting customers on digital transformation journey doesn't mean pushing you towards digital transformation. It's about ensuring that you're aware of what we're doing. And when your business is ready to make that transition, you know who to reach out to and what the options are available for you. All right, I'll dive into some of the enhancements we've worked on in the last year. Now, these are available in the releases. So if you are not benefiting from these, have a chat to your partner. They will be able to assist you with this. First up, we've got extra fields. Now, customers use extra fields extensively, and they use it to capture information that's unique to their business situations and scenarios. These extra fields were created specifically to help with tracking, reporting, or analysis throughout your business. However, insights have revealed to us that this mechanism wasn't reliable. There was no ability to make sure that users were actually recording the data that you wanted them to. In cases where multiple roles used a particular form, we found that the data that was captured was sometimes incorrect, if it was captured at all. So this insight led us to introduce the ability to control the view and edit options for extra fields, and to make have the ability to make extra fields mandatory. So basically what this means is now you can assign roles who will see particular extra fields. This reduces the clutter on your screen for other users who don't need to use extra fields. And at the same time, with the mandatory option button, you can be guaranteed that you're capturing that data that you wanted to initially, and this should support insights in future reporting, etc., using Exo. Now, the next enhancements also in line with extra fields is for the job costing module. I've spoken already about the value of extra fields, and I don't think I need to convince anybody on that, but one of the requests that was the enhancements request that came through customers was enabling search with extra fields in the job costing module. Now across Exo, you could set up extra fields and then search for data related to those extra fields, but in the job cost module, it didn't function in this way. So we reviewed all the enhancements requests, and we've listened to everyone. This capability is now available. So when you create an extra field and you've added it to your search criteria, you can, through the job costing module, search using that extra field to retrieve data. So that should make it easier, to retrieve information that you've captured for those unique scenarios, etc. And then the last update that I want to chat about, which is quite an important update, is around security. Now, staying on top of security is something that we have to, become more and more vigilant on. I looked at some research, which was by the psychology of passwords. And this research said 91% of the respondents acknowledged that using the same or some variation of the same password is a security risk. So people know that using the same password is not a good idea. But when it came to creating and recreating passwords, 66% of these people put their hands up and said, yep, we always use the same password. And the reason behind this is people feel that their accounts are not valuable enough to attract hackers. Now, everybody must know that this is not the case. Hackers today use every bit of leverage they can get, and every account is as valuable as the next. So we've delivered new functionality, which allows administrators to enforce a password history rule. What this means is, as an organization, you can prevent employees from reusing historical passwords. This will help to bolster your security and to reduce the risk profile. It's a nice little update to ensure that we're protecting the sensitive data that sits behind your software. So what's coming up in the next Exo business release? As we look at 2024, our focus is to ensure that customers have an ERP solution that assists them meet the tax and tech compliance. Now, from a tax compliance perspective, if there are any New Zealand customers on board, we had the New Zealand payments time reporting requirement, which is basically reporting how often or how much time businesses take to pay suppliers. Now, with the change in government, this requirement has been removed, but the reason why I called up on this is to say that this is the sort of compliance items that we monitor and ensure that if they come to the pass and it is something that impacts our customers, you are aware of it, and we are, we're looking at it and making the changes that we need to. So the focus for H2 now will be on a Delphi update, which is our technology compliance side. Delphi has released its new version, and it's important that we keep the Exo Business platform up to date with this. Any platform update is very complex, and for Exo Business, this becomes even more challenging. One of the features we all love about Exo Business is the fact that it can be customized extensively. And in this instance, this increases the risk for issues when we do a platform-wide upgrade. So this initiative will be our sole focus for the next second half of the year, with delivery planned in Q4. Now, quality is key, so we want to ensure that the upgrade is integrated and tested, and it'll be the sole focus, and we'll have a lot of attention from our perspective. But what this does is, this provides you with a platform that is now compatible with updates that Windows may have released or other technology partners may have, and will ensure that Exo continues to be able to strive on the different platforms that it's installed on. So apart from this, apart from the Delphi update, we will continue to work on prioritized issues, supporting you on the different channels, and we'll also be monitoring enhancement requests and seeing what we can pick up in that space. So that's a wrap from an Exo business perspective. Before I move on to digital transformation, I wanted to have a chat about Exo Employer Services. Many of you would be aware, should be aware that we've announced the end of life for Exo Payroll with a sunset date of November 2025. Now, I can confirm that this decision is independent of Exo Business. They are two totally different products under the hood. They're written in different languages on separate databases. Their decision to retire Exo ES wasn't taken lightly, and there were many factors that came into consideration. Exo Business, on the other hand, we don't have any plans to retire it anytime soon. So I would encourage you to continue using the system and to look at your plans. Don't wait for an end of life date to drive your plans for transition, for cloud, for migrations, etc. The same messages for Exo ES. Now we've got an end of life announced for November 2025. I would encourage you to have those conversations now with your partners so that you can plan the transition for when it works for your business. One of the things I've been doing is meeting customers who have transitioned. And one of the most common themes in their feedback, which we're receiving, is that transitioning to the new software is not just a system change, it's an opportunity to clean data, to improve their business processes, and increase efficiency and flexibility. And all of this takes time, and customers who have transitioned, while they are glad that they acted sooner and not waited for the EOL date, they have said that, I asked them what would be one message you would give to, your peers who are still using XOES, and their feedback was, don't let the end of life date put pressure on you. Have a plan, act now. And that's the same message that I would pass to you. Reach out to your partner, have a plan, and ensure that it works for your time and your business. All right, now let's look at digital transformation. So we recognize that transition to cloud is a big decision and certainly an unfamiliar territory for many customers. I'd like to talk a little bit about digital transformation and how MYOB and our partners are investing in supporting our customers in their journey to cloud. Let's start by looking at the problem we're trying to solve. Now, this is what we see our customers are facing in the age of digitization. And research proves that looking at productivity first, and I'm not going to go through everything, and I'm happy to share the research, but just looking at mid-market businesses, 1 day a week is lost due to disconnection. It's pretty much not being able to join the dots. And that's massive, right? 20% loss in productivity, not having enough critical processes connected. Financial costs. Some customers even have software that they've bought for their businesses, which they haven't been able to utilize. And research shows us that that's half of you on this call today. And the cost of that in Australia is 1.4 billion per year for small to mid-market businesses. And then there's the strategic cost and decision making. 70% of the businesses in AU are making decisions without having good visibility on the information required to make that decision. So it means that either the decision is half-baked or you take the risk and use the limited information at hand. Now, we've all been and will always make decisions without having the perfect set of information. But what can we do for better businesses tomorrow? What can we do today? I mean, having all that information at your hand, at your fingertips, up to date and accurate. That would really help to drive some good decisions. So businesses that have chosen modern and cloud business management platforms are reaping the rewards. And what have we seen? We've seen that 50% are more likely to grow their revenue. They're 14 times more likely to have an elbow room to innovate. So that means basically capacity within their businesses to look at new ways to offer their products and services or new ways to help their customers. And businesses that have a modern BMP are massive 7 times more likely to be able to scale, to be able to open their businesses to new markets, to new customer segments. And all of that just through a business management platform that's connected and that's giving them accurate information, a SaaS business product. So, and this is What has fed MYOB's investment in the advanced business management platform? We've thought about, what are the critical workflows and critical data that needs to be connected. And this should help to allow our customers to compete in the digital age. We've looked at a business and boiled it down to 6 key workflows. And having all of this available in a business management platform that is connected and allows you to have data across the different workflows is critical to making good decisions. Just a little bit around the advanced business platform. So yes, the platform is growing. In 2022, we achieved 7 awards. Most notably, the award that we received was the winner of the ABA Cloud and ERP Innovator categories. And in 2023, we were shortlisted for the Global SaaS Awards for an incredible 7 categories, which is really great to show you all, or to showcase the investment and the quality that this product brings to the market. So, what are the benefits of digital transformation? I'll just do a recap of this and why should you consider it? Hosting software and moving to the cloud, it's not just about providing a server and making sure that users are able to access it. It's so much more. Disasters come unannounced, and I'm not only referring to like an earthquake or a tsunami. Disasters can also be malware outbreaks or cyber attacks or hardware failures. Having your solution hosted on an AWS platform, which is a world-leading data platform that underpins advanced, is ensuring that your information is secure and available. You no longer need to worry about backups, disaster recovery, scalability. The platform has got strategies around this, and it's got all of this in place for you. And by transitioning, you're going to outsource the management of that component in your solution. Upgrades, security prep patches, all of these things are automated. So it gives you the confidence that there is a team in place to look after you. It also allows you to empower your teams with access anywhere, anytime solution. So you've got, because it's a cloud solution, you're connected. You can access it from any location, giving you the flexibility. And then with hundreds of app developers and an active developer community, Advanced gives you access to limitless integration options. So as your business grows, there's a solution out there that can grow with you. And there's a future fit roadmap and a commitment to helping our desktop customers succeed. So Advanced is here to help you move to digital more confidently. So maintaining and running a software is hard. And I don't believe that it's your core business strength. Luckily, MYOB NGO partners like Casey, we here as your IT partners will manage your IT solution so you can focus on what's important to you, which is growing your business. So that's a wrap from me. Thank you so much for your time today. Before I leave, I would love to leave you all with a quote from Charles Darwin. It's not the strongest of species that survives, nor is it the most intelligent. It is the one that is most adaptable to change that survives.